practice is over. Coaches, please leave the ice surface.
Thanks, Coach.
You have 1 minute to deliver your clockwise last stone drop.
What was the price on the last one, Reg? Yeah, 63.
You want edge of house, Laura?
Yeah.
Good. Line's get a little wide, I think. I think it's Jacob. Yeah, Jacob Stone. Always Jacob.
We're a little out.
Looks there to me. 13-1. All right.
Whoa. 13.
Step away, step away. Ready? Track. It's still unclear. We're going for it.
Yeah,
We're going for it.
Please deliver your counterclockwise last stone draw. You have 1 minute.
Line's good.
Jacob Stone. It'll finish. You might want to go. Yeah. Hard. Yes.
Air to finish.
Push. Go.
Good shot.
It's great to you guys.
Hit the yellow.
Step away. I just thought I came out of the line.
He's doing a lot of fist bumping at the time. Okay, I'll save one for that. It feels warmer out here too. Everything, maybe that's, yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Second practice, your sliders may be cooled. Please no practice slides or touching the stones. No sweeping is allowed between the back lines.
Do you have any specific line or do you want to do one? Do you want to do a wide hit? I guess we could do this.
We did it earlier. I just want to throw each one so I can throw it to one and then just change it from that line to
What about blue claw? Is that what that was?
I think it's been like that.
Oh yeah. I have an equipment issue.
Practice may begin. you. Practice is over.
What number do you like, 5 or 6?
Horses, please leave the ice.
Good.
You want me to hold the broom? Yeah, I just do, because I was typing.
Amber, where do you want the broom on yours? Like here?
A little edge.
Yeah, just like an inch kind of edges of 1940 right here.
I do it first, yeah.
Will you take those?
Just a double check, Alan. You are good to speak with 2 males on this? Alan, I just want to double check. You're good to speak with 2 males on this?
Please deliver your clockwise. Last stone draw. You have 1 minute.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Grateful for the YouTube channel, identifying whether there are any sound issues as we start this mixed nationals tournament here in Denver. Grateful for some feedback, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I was noticing that's what you say the solo figures, the sides stats.
Please deliver your counterclockwise.
Just a pig's
Last
last.
stone draw. You
Little
have
less?
1 minute.
Little less, yep.
Hey, line's good. Line if you need it.
step on the ice to clear the sliders?
Yeah, it was weird. 'Cause the 14 before was like tight guard. Yeah. No, it's just yeah, yes. Books are not. It was hard after an hour of throwing with nothing better than
It was. I think it was very close to the money tank.
that was how I felt with my right back.
Games will begin in 1 minute. Good luck and good curling. Practice slides may be taken.
Teams just getting settled on the ice. Welcome, everybody. It's your temporary commentator, Garnet Howells here. Just moved to Colorado. Joined the Denver Curling Club here, as well as up in Rock Creek. 2 facilities here in Colorado, both hosting major championships. This one, obviously, the 2026 USA Curling Mixed National Championship, live from Golden, Colorado. It's first draw. 2:30 start. First rocks just being thrown there on sheet C. Most of the focus will be on sheet B, but we'll move around the rinks over the course of the weekend. And hopefully you won't have to just listen to my dulcet tones all weekend. You get some opportunity to listen to a few other high-tier celebrities. And hopefully we'll have some guests in the house over the course of the weekend. On sheet B, starting us off for the first draw with Team Kislik and playing Team Ban from the Midwest. Just go through the roster here so you know who's out on the ice. And we'll do some timing the ice. It's pretty fast out there already, thanks to Dave Falco and the ice team here have been working on the ice this week to get us ready. So, Team Ban, like I said, from Midwest, representing the historic Chicago Curling Club in, I believe it's in Northbrook, Illinois. Local dominance there, and a lineup that apparently has swept through the club's most prestigious both internal and regional events over the last couple of seasons. Breakdown of the Windy Cities representatives at lead: Liz Collins, James Jimmy Cluse, who's second. Apparently he's had a fairly long and illustrious history in the Midwest playing curling. Catherine Stewart, vice, and Tri Ban as skip. So that is Team Ban on sheet B, playing local team, Team Kislik. Lead out here, Dina Rosenberry. Second, we have Aaron Johnson, Lucy Bradshaw, who is a stalwart here in Denver, and Derek Kislik, known as the boardroom boss. Very high-level regional curler here, and clearly may have home team advantage. They are coached by Miriam Johnson, who's also a cornerstone of the Denver community here down in Golden. Certainly keeping the team's strategy grounded at times. So that's team on sheet B. Teams on sheet B. I'm moving over to sheet C. We have a East Coast team, Team Dunham, hailing from the GNCC, the Grand National Curling Club region, largely out of Potomac. I do recall the Dunham family from few years in Philadelphia, a small two-sheet club there, up the road, or just west of Philly. On Team Dunham, we have Amber Will at lead, Rob Young at second, Courtney Flick is playing vice, and Andy Dunham, who's clearly been around for a while, very solid skip at taking the helm. Playing Team Dijon, hopefully I got that pronunciation correct, please shout out if I didn't. They are the Wisconsin 2 representatives from the legendary Madison Curling Club. They may carry the 2 designation. The squad is anything but a secondary threat. I think they seem to have quite a lot of experience there. Emily Minzel as lead, Jacob Bortel as second, Laura Katz, and with Nick DeJohn as skip. So that is the lineup, folks, as we move through the first end here. Let's take a look at what's happening on the ice. Pretty clean start on sheet B, pretty open as you might expect early on. Looks like Team Ban playing with the Yellow Rocks. Low weight takeout here on the red, needs to curl a bit. Looks like it's going to roll out. I think he wanted to stay there, but didn't curl enough, and leaves it open for Derek just to throw one back in the house and take it from there. Looks like let's see who's got the hammer out there. Can't see who's got the hammer. Should have figured it out shortly. This looks like Lucy Bradshaw's second. It's a little hot. It's gliding. Yeah, looks like we've got some pretty fast ice early on here. Looks like it's going to go into the back of the house. A little deeper than they might have wanted, but still, the hits the shot as this first end is kept pretty clean. Looks like it needs to curl a lot. It's a slight early opportunity for Derek and team just to guard this one up. Maybe put one either top. Oh, he's calling for it pretty deep. Thinking about possibly putting one in the top of the house over on the left side there. Taking quite a lot of ice here. Oh, sorry, apologies, that was Lucy's first shot there. This is her second rock. It's a pretty good line. I'll make sure that this one's counting. Sweepers on it pretty soon. Looks like they're dragging it. Derek's coming out to give him a bit of a hand. And a good shot there. Over on C, Dunham has 3 red rocks in the house. And Dijon looking to try and get rid of a couple of them at least if they can. The triple might be there. Let's see what happens. And just another miss. Haven't quite got the hang of this ice yet, at least the upweight shots, and leaving Derek a fairly straightforward draw just to wrap another one round there and leave Ben on the back foot. Seems as though the home ice advantage is staying off a little bit, although the teams did get a practice ahead of the first draw here. It's like on C, De Jong was able to remove just one of the Dunham rocks. Now Dunham countering to poke that yellow back through the house and sit 3 again. It's like a nice solid shot. Again, rolls wide, doesn't want to leave a triple. I think he's just left it so that only 2 rocks can be taken out, but it seems as though they're taking the path of least resistance and knocking that red rock out, top 4, hopefully rolling behind cover one side or the other. Probably better to roll behind the left side red rock. Derek put one in, fully buried in the, it's like in the back of the, yeah, just touching the back 12 foot. And Ban on the defensive is going to have to put a pretty well frozen rock in to avoid going down in the first end. Over on C, just a bit of a nose hit, doesn't get the roll, and we'll leave an open hit for Dunham. Looks like they don't. Yeah, De Jong has hammer there, of course, on C. So I think we'll see a hit and maybe a draw, because I think it's going to be hard to score one with a hit if Andy hits this straight on nose. Let's take a look at that. Meanwhile on B, Derek's sitting 2 rocks. He's going to wrap another one round. Maybe ideal if this one sits above the tee and leave a difficult draw for Ban for 1. That's a nice roll. Might have wanted to stay a little bit more central to make the draw a little bit more difficult. But they're looking at the hit here on C. Maybe until we get used to the draw weight, the safer shot, but still has to roll pretty well to avoid giving up a steal of 1 or 2. Here on B, Derek's rock needs to curl a lot, and it looks like it's gliding. Maybe going to freeze down on the back. Yep. Yes, there should be a fairly straightforward open draw for Tri-Ban. Apparently Tri-Ban and Jimmy are coming to Denver here with a large winning chemistry. They're the 2024-25 Chicago Curling Club Mixed Club Champions. Having that partnership with Skip and second already in sync is really powerful, and clearly they've played a lot together. So let's see if we can make this draw to take 1 in the first end. And over on C, it's a steal of 3 for Dunham. Good first end from them, and this yellow rock looks like it's running a little bit. Gonna have to put the brakes on, sweep in, and that's going to be a steal of 3 for the home team on sheet B. Yeah, take a short break, grab myself a coffee, and as we start the second end. Hope the sound's still okay, guys. Feel free to comment away, and we'll try and answer questions on the YouTube channel as they come through. Just going to do another volume check here. Hopefully that's better. Apparently it was a little quiet. Grateful for some feedback as we take a short break here. Thank you.
Mine's good. Mine's great. Okay. T-weight. Straight. What? 14.7, you can go. Mine's good. Go. Yep. Woo. Great shot, Emily.
Again, doing a quick volume check, making sure that we've got sound out on the YouTube channel. If you could give us a thumbs up or some feedback on the sound, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yep, yes. Clean. Yep. Okay, line if you need it. Clean. Good. I line, me too.
Same shot.
Adjusted a few settings on the sound, and hopefully that's solving for things online. Apologies for the low volume so far. Again, appreciate any feedback, and like I said, we'll answer any questions online as the weekend goes on.
Nose. 9-5.
Go if it's a 2. Yep. Mine's great. Curl. Yep. Whoa.
Clean. Whoa. Curl. Curl the stick.
Because I know you love it so much.
Curl the stick. Right to it. Right. Good throw. It's too much ice. Yeah, line.
10-5. Well.
Hey, Shauna over in the kitchen. How's that sound? Hopefully it's okay. Give me thumbs up. Thumbs up. Excellent. Had independent verification that the sound volume is a bit more reasonable. Thanks again for your patience.
9-5. Whoa.
Dina.
Curl.
Yep.
Curl the stick.
Yep.
Hard. Right to it. No roll.
Yep.
That one was
Yep,
just
no roll.
8-7. Yeah.
Just got started a hair here. Yeah. Control. Emily Stone. Laura Stone, no. Looks there. 14.
Yeah.
That's good. Laura, you can go a little bit. Great pair, Jacob. Very nice.
9-5.
Still the same. 4 plus. Yeah.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Right to it.
Yeah, Gina.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Right to it. Good.
Yep. Whoa. 10-5. Control. Yep. Whoa. Curl.
Back live now. And just held on there into the rings. Kislik sitting 2, behind a bit of cover. Good start for the local team. Good start for Dunham over in Sheet C. Currently sitting 1 in the house, and they took a 3 in the first end. Looks like Derek's looking to have Lucy put another 1 in the house. Even slightly short of the house would be good, but another 1 in there wouldn't hurt. Looks like it's gliding. Looks like it's all the way there. You don't want to touch that guard if they can avoid it. Looks like they've got it, just got it past. And just a little bump on that one in the top floor. That looks pretty good. Ban in a bit of trouble. Might need to hit here. Maybe a weight bump. Try and sit on the inside and give them a setup shot. Try and get their 2. Here they come. Still needs to curl a bit. He's going to hit and just sit in the outside rings. Yep. Derek will probably just put another 1 in there. Wrap around or talking about the options here. Briefly thinking about hitting the yellow out. I don't know that they need to do that. They're pretty well set up here. Finally settled on putting 1 in the 4-foot level with the one that is there already. And Sheet C. Dunham sitting 1 in the house, and De Jong, a fairly straightforward hit. Good force of 1 for Dunham if the shot is made. Looks like it still needs to curl a bit. We're going to get a piece of it. No, it's unfortunate. Unlucky, as they say. And so another steal 1 for Dunham. Goes 4 up after 2. Here's Derek's first rock. Slide that. It's a clean release. Looks like there's lots of work to do there. It's going to have to curl a lot. It's curling now. Maybe running a little deeper than they'd wanted. Yeah, just coming in. So just past the 4-foot, and poked out the other side. Still leaving an open path for a draw here. Still a chance of getting 2. Before I forget, special call out to all the volunteers and all the officials here this weekend. It takes a village to put a tournament, as most people know, together. Really good effort. Obviously, Denver's a volunteer club. And, relies on the support and the hours that the volunteers can put in. And done a good job in setting things up. And Dave and the ice team have done a really great job preparing the ice for the tournament this weekend. It's really good, nice and curly. Pretty quick early on. We'll see how it holds up. See Bannon just drawing a little deep there. Looks like it might be sitting second shot's hard to tell with the camera angles here. I think Derek's going to try and a second bite at the cherry, put his red on the top of the forefoot and make it difficult for Ban to score. And just time this ice. See what kind of speed we're getting here. What kind of time. Need to sweep that a little bit. About 14.3 I had on that one. Probably close to T. Indeed, just right on the button. But, even though it went a bit further, I think it's still going to be pretty hard for Ban to take a point here. Here we are. See how he gets on. You know, test of his mettle here to a slightly heavy draw. Maybe take the one. Sitting against at least two, maybe 3 rocks. Can't tell from here. I beg your pardon. Yeah, two, maybe 3. Dunham playing aggressive on sheet C, 4 up, and looking to play a run on his own red to take that yellow out the back of the house. Let's take a look at this. Second coming down. Real nice shot from Rob, clearing the yellow out the back of the house and limiting scoring possibility for Jeong over on C. Well, a very good end for the local Denver team here on sheet B. It was indeed 3. It's like team from the Midwest just struggling a little early on with the ice here, both the amount of curl. Don't know if they papered the rocks this weekend. Sometimes they do ahead of these national championships. So rocks are pretty curly and the ice is reasonably fast. What do we have there? 14.3 for a hog-to-hog time on a T-line draw there. So yeah, not stupid fast, but take a little bit of getting used to. Yeah, some more clear out on sheet C. Sitting 2 red. Even De Jong with what looks like he's going to go for the double here. Let's take a look at this. Sweepers on it. Going to keep it straight. Looks like he's over curling. Yep, and knocked out the back of the house. Thank you, Nancy Bucci, for the latte. Much appreciated. We'll maybe have Nancy joining us a little bit later for some commentary. Who's playing on the sheet? Nice. You maybe missed it earlier. We have Team Dunham from GNCC, the Potomac Curling Club, and Team De Jong from Madison on sheet C. And then we have the local team, Team Kislik, and the host team, and Team Ban from the Midwest on playing against Kislik on sheet B. So far, good start for one of the two home teams here. Team Falco will be playing later this evening in the later draw. Currently 6-0 up after 2 ends, and Andy Dunham leading out with a 4-0 lead over on sheet C after 2. Didn't quite get the perfect freeze there on sheet C, so Andy just calling for the hit again, trying to keep it clean, minimizing scoring opportunity. Over on sheet B, the team looking to a corner guard in, even with the two reds sitting in the house, trying to set up a multiple opportunity. Looks like it's a 3 guard there, running a bit. Nicely placed, but Kislik in control with 2 reds in the house. So we've got 50 or 60 people watching or listening online. 2026 Mixed Nationals here in Golden, Denver Curling Club. Welcome everybody. Thanks for listening. Your host here, Garnet Howells, just recently moved to Denver and been asked to provide some commentary for the first couple of ends. So happy to take any requests, any questions you have online, and please, if the sound quality changes again over the course of the weekend, please keep us posted online. Thank you. It's like Bannon changing up strategy a little bit, looking for a hit, maybe a hit and roll, but looks like it's just going to be a nose hit. Leaving a fairly straightforward opportunity for Aaron Johnson, second, and be a relatively straightforward hit here for Aaron. Doesn't miss many of these, he says. Looks like they're just cleaning. Looks like it needs to curl just a bit. A little wide. Lucy playing a bit for curl, but they're going to have 3, sitting 3 after that. Quite easy. Nice hit there from Aaron. Nice hit. Leaving Ban again with a slight change in strategy perhaps, and looking to freeze a yellow rock in there, that little pocket maybe. Try and set that up for later. Really needs to get at least 2 here to get back in the game. Well, looks pretty good. Coming in, gliding a little bit. Looks like it's going to bump a bit though, and maybe give Derek the opportunity to get rid of it. But there's some good backing there. It's going to be a tough shot to get rid of that yellow without disturbing at least one or more of those reds in the back of the house at least. So instead, electing just to play a little soft bump on the yellow and open it up a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's a good strategy here. But I think just the straight hit this time round would result in lots of jam possibility. So Lucy Bradshaw's first rock. Looks like it needs to curl a little bit. Coming in. Oh, looks like they weren't playing the soft. They're playing a soft bump. Yeah, I think that's done the job. It's opened up a little port there to poke that yellow through. If, assuming that was the strategy, of course. I think it probably was. Derek's a fairly wily campaigner, so we'll be thinking 3, 4, 5 shots ahead. Again, Ban looking to freeze here on the top red. It's down. Looks tight. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's coming in quite nicely, but I think it's going to bump a little bit, and that's going to leave a... might even be a double there on the 2 yellows if he's willing to take it, but it seems as though he's just going for the safe option, knocking that counting rock out. The double was there, but when you're 6 love up, probably this is the safe bet. Yes, the De Jong team is on sheet C, playing against Team Dunham from GNCC. Andy has a competitive team. They play around the circuit a little bit. Very experienced skip. And De Jong taking one in the third, and they're currently 4-1 up. Nice straightforward hit. So hit for hit. I think Derek will probably do the same again. Maybe try and roll over to that yellow. Like a little trickier hit for Ban here on sheet C. Sheet B, sorry. Yeah, a little over 60 folk watching and listening now. Thank you, guys. Just tuning in, we're here live in Golden, the Mixed National Championships. Team Dunham versus Team De Jong on sheet C. And Kislik versus Ban on sheet B. Both Team Dunham and Kislik off to an early lead after 3 ends on sheet C. Sheet B is a little slower. They're just looking to finish up the 3rd end here. Presumably with a couple of straight hits. Looks like this one needs to curl a little bit if he wants to get a roll over to those other rocks. No, just straight nose hit.
Line's fine. Room if anything.
And Team Ban again. Presumably looking for a hit and straight hit, I think. Try not leave the double. And give them a chance of getting their 2 here. Try and get back in the game. Just getting ready, getting settled in the hack. Looks like he tucked that. Oh, a little wide. Looks like it's coming in. It's curling now. We got a little roll the other way. And sit out. That's an unfortunate error there. May struggle to get 2 here if Derek either bumps that one back or plays a freeze on the yellow.
That's right. Because then the same thing will happen.
Yeah, looks like they're taking ice for the freeze.
Top 4, top 8's fine.
Gonna have to play a fairly precise shot to hopefully sit shot just inside the 4 foot.
Always Emily, we're way out here. Where are we?
And let's take a quick check on the ice time here, shall we? Here it comes. It's going to be a very rough time as I'm looking at a fairly small screen here. But let's see what we get.
We can go here or we can start peeling.
I like peeling or jealous.
Slightly hot. Yeah, yeah. Both sweepers on it now. Yep. 14.9 I had that, so maybe staying in the top of the house. Little roll, little tick of little beautiful shot, just perfect. Second shot, and really just a hit opportunity or straight draw, and the really good force by the local team here. Let's move over to sheet C. Dunham sitting 2 rocks in the back of the house. Looks like he's sitting 2 with yellow rocks of De Jong at the front. Set up fairly well for try and steal and get back in the game. Currently 4-1 down on sheet C against Dunham.
Same way.
Yep. Looks like they're playing for the hit on sheet B. And that yellow rock's going to go, I think. Yeah, coming down here with some weight. Looks like normal. Looks like it's over curling a bit. Yep. So we're curling. Might get a roll in though. Might get a roll in. So sweep that red rock out the back. Oh, well, it's one. He may well have got 2 here, just rather fortuitously. It's definitely 1 yellow. Maybe 2. Could be a measure here. And we'll say if you look at it twice, measure the rocks. Sounds like they called it. Well, that was a nice 2, rather fortuitous. I don't think that was the shot that they were playing for. But, you know, if it was, then, yeah, great shot. Great shot. Take another short break here and back to you in a few minutes again. Keep the questions coming online. Cheers, guys.
Yes, hard. Hard. Clean. Yep. Hard. Well, good. Just leave it.
10-5. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Center. Yep. Guard. Yeah, center. Great pair, Laura. Okay, line's good.
Big roll?
I still think it's this.
Yeah.
It's safer. 10-5. Close. Clean. Yep. Hard to not jam. Really gotta go. Hard.
back online. Misspoke earlier, of course. It's independent ice makers for this level of competition. Dave, of course, competing with his team a little bit later tonight. They're on the ice. Let's see, at 7 o'clock tonight. And playing Team Irvin.
On the featured ice, B, Sheet B.
Welcome, Nancy.
Good afternoon.
Nancy Bucci, my co-commentator for this first draw here in Denver, and provider of Starbucks coffee, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, and well needed. The circadian lull and cortisol this afternoon.
Sounds about right at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Starting fourth end here on sheet B. Almost complete the fourth end over on sheet C there. Again, Dunham taking control. Looks like he's well set for at least 2 here on C. Nancy, what do you think?
Agreed. Just want to update the score on B. It's 6-1 for Team Kislik. And they have the hammer going into the fourth, and then there'll be a break after this end. 5 minutes.
5-minute break. Take a break, refresh. You just clean the ice in between. And always amazes me, we'll take a look at this, the number of people that throw the rock through or throw the rock heavy after that fourth end break with a little bit of brush down and cleaning the frost. Usually just goes a little slicker. First few rocks of the fifth end typically, but let's bear that in mind. Looks like Yellow's sitting 2 now after a nice shot in seat C. De Jong well set up, forcing Andy to play a tough hit for 2 here. Needs the double with his last rock here. It's a just off nose hit. Don't think he can take it the wrong way. I think he might roll out, so really has to hit this just above nose. Looks pretty close. Oh, just missed it, and that looks like it's just going to be 1 red. Still in control, 5-1 up as we go into the fourth end break on sheet C.
Liz Collins throwing her second rock of the end.
A little bit behind on sheet B. Not sure why that is. They've been fairly quick in the hack, but these are timed events here, so you need to just keep an close eye on the clock, especially if it's getting tighter towards the end of the ends. As they say in Scotland, a good game's a quick game.
They do?
They do. I shan't bore you of tales of playing golf and the Royal Darnock Firth and the recommended tee times up there, Nancy. Maybe that's one for a glass of wine later.
Okay. Team Kislik trying to
really?
take out the shot rock right now.
Just gets it. The sweepers really had to work hard to hold that one. Unless he was a little bit tight on that one, but
Downweight hit.
clearing house. It's like Ban is sorry, what do we want here? Yep, Ban.
No names.
Yeah, sorry, the night. Yeah, I should have with the team roster here, Nancy. Tribe and Skip. You want to go through them again for our viewers?
Yes, they're from Chicago. It's Liz Collins is the lead. Jimmy Klaus is the second. Catherine Stewart, and then
Triban, I think is how you pronounce that name. Well,
hope we're not butchering that too much.
nice simple clear out. Looks like we're going to try and clear this one out. Lucy's second shot. A chance to redeem herself a little bit from that first one that was a little tight. Looks pretty good. Yeah, real nice hit. Looks like a
A little outside.
little spot on nose. Real, very good. Nice shot, Lucy. Not that we're at all partisan here at Denver. We'll try and be as objective as possible over the course of the weekend, but you can't fault us for supporting the locals. Maybe a return to represent the US at Worlds, like Team Falco did last year in Scotland. Two-time representatives. Yeah, we'll see how the weekend progresses. A lot of good teams here, though. We have some real high-level competition. A lot of good curling to look forward to, and hope folk will at least be able to dial in for some of it. Another hit, roll over, forcing Derek to take a shot from the other side. He does have hammer here, so probably be looking to blank this end, I would think. At this stage, with it being so clean, I don't think there's a chance of getting a multiple, but I don't know, what would you do here, Nancy? You're 6-1 up. Would you look to take one and go to the break 7-1 up, or do you go for the blank opportunity? What's the thought there?
I personally would go for the blank. 6-1. Let them have hammer in the fifth. No.
Yeah.
No, Ban has hammer.
Yeah.
No, Kislik has
Yeah, Kislik
Yeah,
has
Kislik
hammer. Yeah,
has hammer,
the
so
band.
yeah, why not?
I think so. Yeah,
four,
so,
and then
yeah. Derek took 3 in the first, and then stole another 3 in the second. Took up 6, and then Band took 1 in the third, and now, yeah, Derek just clearing out. It's a smart shot, try
we need
throw a draw after a hit. I think
Ban will try to put one in the house here.
I would think so, and then make Derek hit and see if they take the blank and go into the end 6-1 up with hammer after 4. We're already starting over on sheet C with
There he came back.
on the 5th. We're going to take a quick break in the commentary studio, though, after these last 2 rocks. It's like
Sweepers think it's in.
yeah, looks like it's coming in nicely. Might just be in the back of the house. Make it a little bit easier for Derek, or is he sweeping it out? Did he manage to get that? I can't see. Yes, he did.
It is out, so we'll see what Derek chooses to do here.
Yeah, with
This commentator thinks he's going to blanket. Let's see what happens.
well, Lucy's got the broom set on the centre line, so that's a fairly obvious clue as to
Okay.
what's about to happen here. So we'll let everybody watch that themselves as we go into a little bit of a end of 4th end break. Let's see, just before we do break, let's see if there's anything on the. It's not my phone. Let's see if there's anything on the YouTube coverage here. Yeah, Dave, of course, did not. Yeah, that was me. Yeah. Okay. 5-1. 5-1 Dunham on sheet C. And we have the blank on sheet B. Going into the break, 6-1 up is the local team.
And Coach Mimi has some snacks for her team for the break.
Oh, wow. How about that? Apple sauce and...
Some Ritz crackers and cheese.
I know.
What a great coach.
Oh, word.
All right, we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back with coverage after the break.
Thank you, Nancy. Take care, guys. back live here in Golden. Just got a quick break. A little snack, a little seat adjustment, a little audio check. Hopefully everything's still working well.
Let us know if it's not. Garnet's on it.
Thanks. So, again, Dunham in control again on seat C. Looking one rock buried in the 4 foot behind two guards, a yellow-red guard, and a couple of stones on the wings. And Ban throwing up a pretty good centre guard, and Dina just throwing one just a little heavy, just eking out the back of the house there. And sheet B looks like Ban will put up another centre guard. Looks like that's what they're trying to do there. Looks like it's running a little bit. Sweeping a bit for a line, but I think maybe that'll be a little deep, and looks like it's going to overcurl a little bit. Yeah, just tapping it, but yeah, not too bad. A little tighter than you might want them. There's 2 centre guards there. Typically you want one a little bit. Usually these teams are setting up one high, one low guard in the centre without hammer. Looks like Derek's ignoring them. Going to put a wide corner guard in. Asking that Adina. Slight weight adjustment required here. Like I said, I think after the break, almost never ceases to amaze the number of rocks. First couple of rocks that go a little deeper than anticipated. This one looks pretty damn good though. Sweeper's bringing it in. Want to get a hair closer. Actually bringing it all the way into the house. That was maybe playing the scoreboard here.
Yep, up 6-1. All right, Jimmy Klaus. See what he has. I played with Jimmy and Liz 2 years ago in the Mile High here.
Oh wow! From Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever played up in Chicago. Some good curling friends up there. It's a fairly well-established club. Originally founded back in the 1940s, just after the Second World War. The oldest in the region. Obviously dedicated ice up there. Hi to Leslie and the gang up there if you're listening. Obviously Team Ban grew up playing on the sheets there. It's known for pretty good ice up in Chicago. Like I said, I've never played there before, but heard good reports. There we go.
Aaron's going for the hit of the guard.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to clear both of them. I think he might have just done it.
One.
Yep.
Nope.
Nice shot. Clears everything out there. Nice and clean. And Derek will be happy with that. Aaron will be very happy with that shot. Get settled in. Calm the nerves. A couple of good shots like that.
Hit and roll for Jimmy. His first one went deep in the house. Still in play.
Sweeping a bit for a line early. Yeah, looks like a straight nose hit. Yep, little roll in. Sitting 2. Really nice shot from Team De Jong over on sheet C, and flash miss by Team Dunham to try and squeeze that yellow rock out there, which is currently sitting right on the edge of the pin. A really nice shot there, and looks like they may still have a chance of getting a 2 here. So let's take a look at how this last rock goes on sheet C. A little precise shot needed. Needs to really just get to nose and sit with not too much weight, just to bump that back red rock just a few inches. Looks like he's playing it with a fair bit of weight though. Let's see. He's not anticipating that. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at sheet B. That's that. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screens to look at here. It sometimes gets confusing, especially for an old fart like me.
Yeah,
Oh, looks like
Scottish.
he did throw it a little heavy. That's going to be one. Yeah. Yeah, Scott's not known for the visual acuity. Anyway, one for Team De Jong on sheet C to take the score to 5-2. Dunham in control over there.
I believe Lucy's going to try to, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah, go for it.
trying to split the house here on B. Bond just flashed on a hit.
This looks pretty nice. It's coming into the house. Probably sit just behind the tee here. And scrub from Dahl, trying to put it in a place that doesn't set up the double, although it does look like it might be on there. Fairly natural double there, Nancy. I don't know.
She just flashed. So there's a little pressure.
No pressure, Team Ban.
No, you got this.
Looks like she slid a little wide there. Pushed it in a hair. Needs to curl just a bit. No, she's on it for line. On it for line.
Okay.
Keep going. There we go. Just not enough. Just didn't hold it enough there. I think the double was there, but it leaves a fairly easy hit for Lucy. Play this.
Perhaps should have been a little bit faster for the double.
Yeah, maybe
Thinner?
maybe a little thinner. Usually have to throw it with a little bit more weight to get both rocks out with that amount of distance between them. Though only looking to hit about a quarter, a third of that top red rock. And unfortunately, just over curled a bit. Another solid shot. Real nice nose hit from Lucy. Just does leave the double, but you really just want it to make sure that that yellow gets punched through the house here. A little bit of work here for Team Ban to at least get rid of that top rock and maybe get the second one out. We'll see what happens here. Oh, getting
I know her.
you got a call out from Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hope you're well. Hopefully still curling this season.
I've curled against her in Chicago.
Curled with Kelly and a few other ladies in Pittsburgh. We played in the Tropicurl there. Funny story about a raccoon, but probably not one for live on air.
Gotcha.
So, hi Kelly, hi Leslie, hi everybody from up north. Hope you tune in a couple of times over the weekend. Thanks again for the shout out. Yeah. Shout out from Claire Moores as well. Apparently, I sound like it sounds like she's watching the golf. Well, yeah, it was the Masters this weekend.
You might have watched too much of the Masters.
Exactly. And Rory McIlroy taking
2-time.
Masters the green jacket for the second time in a row. Only the third time in Masters history. Nick Fallow and Jack Nicklaus, only the other two people to do that 2 years in a row. So
Great company to be with.
little Masters fun fact. A week late, but for you golf lovers out there, hopefully,
days.
hopefully appreciate it.
3 days late. It's okay. All right. Kislick's going for the hit.
He's looking to try and take both of them out there, I think. Narrowly missed the double, but got the top one. And it's like Ban will play the straight hit and may leave either another blank opportunity for Derek or a draw for one. I think at this point, almost tempted to put another point on the board and take it from there. But we'll see what he does. Fast play on sheet C, already starting.
Just about to say that. I looked over. They're already coming down.
6 end, just over curling a little bit and rolling out here. So be interesting to see what Derek does. Does he blank again? Yeah, looks like
Looks like it.
Looks like it.
That's where the broom is. Lucy's holding the broom.
Yeah, does look like it. A fairly straightforward hit to roll out here, and
I don't think he would mind too much if he scores one.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point in the game, in the 5th end and 7-1 up, I think you're in control either way. So I think it's just a shot preference here. Just throwing a hit, so throwing a hit again, and play for the blank.
12.
Here it comes. It's the curl just a hair, holding it for line so it doesn't roll out. So it does roll out, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah, and Aaron, straightforward. Never
Successful blank, never in doubt. Never a doubt.
Never in doubt. Like those 4-foot putts. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Alright, here we go. Dunham just knocking that guard out to the side, playing a little chip. And sitting 2. So score over there is 5-2. Dunham over De Jong. Fairly sure. Now my memory is pretty poor, but I think Andy's dad is Mike Dunham, who I played against and with a little bit in Philadelphia. Apologies, Mike, Andy. The whole Dunham crew of that is a complete bit of utter nonsense, and it's only namesake.
How long ago was that?
Moved to the States in 2010, and I think started playing curling almost immediately. So September 2010, played October I joined. I phoned up the club, and this guy Ian picked up the phone and I said, I'm interested in playing curling, and he said, well, we're here, why aren't you? And so played out at the Philadelphia club, great club just up past Malvern in Philadelphia for about 2.5 years there. Hadn't played curling for almost 30 years at that point, so I was back on the ice and picked up again and played on the East Coast for a few years. Lots of fun, lots of great curlers coming out there. Anderson twins, whole Anderson family actually. Dunham, Dunham team. Lots of really strong curlers. Great community there. There's two clubs actually. There's the club in Philadelphia, which is the Two Sheet Club, original club there, 1950s, and then there's also a second club that was set up there by a couple of people that branched out of Philadelphia over in Bucks County. They took over the ice rink there, had arena ice for a little while, but then made a dedicated club there. So two clubs in the Philadelphia area for any of you interested there and listening in. And
Did you play both of them or just the one?
Played Bucks County when they opened first of all, just on arena ice, and never played the dedicated ice there. But really nice club there, run by wife and husband couple, just like the Rock Creek Club here in Colorado. Great club that was created. I guess now 5 years ago, is it now? 5? Yeah, I think 4 or 5 years ago now. Mimi and Sean Stevenson are also Denver Curling Club alum. Some really nice curling possibilities here in Colorado. 6-sheet club over Rock Creek. A beautiful facility there. Also fantastic club here at Denver, 4-sheet club. Very competitive curling played throughout the week, the weekends. A lot of really great, as you'll hear this weekend, really great curlers playing at a very high level, elite level. Lance and Claire obviously playing mixed doubles at the top level as part of Olympic qualifying. And some great history here. Lots of great curling at all levels. Got a lot of new interest from new members as a result of the Olympic events at both clubs. And,
Speaking of the Olympics, Claire was one of the coaches for
Claire.
Paralympics
Yeah, Claire went out
this year.
Yeah, she went out to Italy. Coached the Paralympic team. Not quite as successful they could have been, but a great run. Dan Rose, one of our members here, also plays at Rock Creek. Really way to represent curling community here as the national at the highest level. So thank you and thanks for all the efforts, both from a playing and coaching perspective.
And Dan will be here tonight along with Pam Wilson, Kaden Rose, and Lila
Oh, fantastic.
Osha for the
Yeah.
first stone. 5:30 it starts if anyone wants to come down and watch and cheer on your teams. All the teams will be here. And this opening ceremony start at 5:30.
Thanks, Nancy. She mentioned that at the start. Yeah, please come down and support the club. Watch some really good curling tonight. Who we got on this evening? So we've looks like Team Workin versus Team Strauss. Actually being coached by Delaney, the national level curler. So interesting to see how that interaction goes on with her and her dad. We've the local Team Falco, reigning national mixed champions, playing Team Irvin. Team Johnson versus Nina Roth and team. Nina's played, as hopefully most of the viewers know, at a very high level. We have Team Benson, Courtney. Met up at the House of Hearts one year. Looking forward to meeting her or seeing her again this evening. Versus Gabby Coleman and her team from the Bay Area. Fairly new on the scene, but real elite mix of athletes on that team. Some professional athletes on that team. Quite a dynamic sporting team, and they've been playing really well recently. So I think Courtney and the team might have a game on their hands this evening. But some real talent this evening. There'll be 4 games on sheet. Obviously, we'll be focused on sheets B and a little bit of C, just based on the way the cameras are set up. But please tune in tonight for what will hopefully be another veritable fest of curling action here at the Mixed Nationals in Golden.
And of course, we'll update you on sheet A and sheet D as the ends progress.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to use these cameras, Nancy, maybe we can swing over. We can swing over at the break and do a quick round the houses on the scores. There, yes, of course we'll keep folks updated.
Matt left us to our own accord.
Yes.
So, did you talk about the rankings? There's 2 pools of 6 here. Number 1 ranked team is Team Falco. I don't have the rest of them though.
we'll get that for you guys.
I have it. Hold on.
And of course, all the events are also on the USA Curling website. We'll post the link in the YouTube channel in just a minute, so that people have access to that live scores, and being posted by some of the team here in Denver. So thank you for that.
Okay, if I
go.
could give you the rankings of the teams. There's 12 teams here, and they were ranked by their peers. So Team Falco is seed number 1, 2 is Roth, 3 is Benson, 4th is Workin, 5 is Dunham, 6 is Kislik, 7 Coleman, ranked number 8 is Strauss, then
De Jong is 9, and at 10, Team Ban, 11, Team Johnson, and Team 12 is Team Irvin. That's the team that Dave and his team are going to be playing tonight on sheet B. So by rankings, you would anticipate a win there for the local team, but Team Irvin very experienced. Skip there's president of the club. Let's just get me notes here. We'll talk a little bit in advance, a little bit of information on the team is playing tonight. Obviously Dave Falco playing with Becca Wood at skip, Lance and Claire are the front end there. And of course they play mixed doubles together, so very good at communicating on weight calls and line calls there. And I seem to be missing my notes on Team Urban. 1 second. Benson, Coleman. Very good. Here we go. I knew they were here somewhere. Bruce, very experienced, past president of Evergreen. Actually got some online presence. He's given some talks about curling in the past, and maybe, I don't know, embarrassed about it. 15 years ago.
Lauren Rich is the ice maker, yes?
Lauren Rich is indeed the ice maker. So you would think that, the local team might have the advantage, but Lauren is actually Olympic ice maker. So thank you, Lauren, for all the help and the support preparing Olympic grade ice in Italy. So I think with that coach, experienced ice coach in hand, maybe a little bit of a force to be reckoned with as they take on the local favourite here in number 1 seed in Falcon. Mm-hmm. Anyway, looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be sticking around for a little bit of commentary tonight. Maybe even Nancy will join us this evening, we'll see.
Anyone out there listening needs to pick up their jackets. The Denver Curling Club jacket second order has come in. Please stop by and just ask at the front desk. They're waiting for you.
They do look good. Well, public service announcement there. You sitting in front of us.
All right, Team Bun has 2 sitting in the house now. Derek is going down. Looks like he's going to do a hit on the stone.
Yeah, he's
in
going
the
to
center.
might be able to get rid of all 3 of them here. Maybe he's just looking to clear out, though, hitting it across the top. Although it looks like he's set up for the straight regulation double. I think the back red goes unless he plays this perfect. So let's see how he goes on. Super's just watching. Hands on for line. Hard line.
Looks like it's going to...
Looks like he's got it over the top. Oh no, just straight jam in the back. It's annoying when that happens. It's not one thing or the other. Not swept for curl, not swept for line, or just a slight misjudgment there. But at this point of the game, I think he'll be quite happy with that. Has hammer. Looks like Again, looking to knock the Red Rock out the back. Sit 2. And then again, third chance at a blank.
A blank.
Third chance at a blank. Wondering if they should change the rules. I personally like a lot more rocks in the house and a little bit more strategic game then. But, just my preference. Old Scottish roots. All right, here we go. It looks like he's.
Looks down. Wait.
I think
He's
maybe
gotta come over.
with the ice that they were taking there, it looks as though they were actually playing for a little freeze at the back there. It's probably a smart shot, actually.
Jimmy's trying to get it over.
Needs to sweep that. Looks like it might be just about there. Yeah, that looks. Just need to. No, not quite enough, and I think you could probably get all 3 rocks going here if that's what he wants to do, or just a straight nose hit and
Yeah.
take the one and be happy with it and go into the what will be the 7th end, 7-1 up. I think I'd be quite happy with that.
Over on C. 7-2.
Yeah, looks like it. Can't see behind the 3. Yep,
There we go.
7-2. Thank you for
Team
moving.
Dunham. Excuse me.
Thanks for moving. Yeah, Team Dunham looking to clear out that centre yellow guard. They're sitting 2 in the house and seem pretty unfazed. Here's Derek coming with his hit. Needs to curl a lot. Needs to curl quite a lot. It's coming over now. It's
Here it
coming over
comes.
now.
Yes.
Looks like he's going to get his 1. And the yellow, does the yellow go far enough? Does it?
Let's see when they
that's
put it up
close.
on the scoreboard.
It's definitely 1. Could be. Yep. No, they're calling just 1 there. So, like I said, 7-1 up. After 6, we can't see the time clocks from here, but maybe we
Considering how behind they are, it has to be.
might go and just take a.
I will.
Well, yeah, Nancy's going to take a little look at the time clock, just out of interest. Could just be that Dunham and De Jong have been playing super fast on sheet C, but we were just slightly nervous about the time clocks on sheet B. You never want to run out of time, or get close and put pressure on in the last few seconds. Again, sheet C, Dunham looking to clear house. Should be a pretty straightforward hit here.
Looks like Team Kidslick has 9 minutes left, and everyone else has about 12.
Okay. Just enough time. Oh, that's an unfortunate shot in C. Just a straight run back. Didn't quite judge the line there. Flick just almost nosing that yellow and running it back, and sitting not fully buried, but with the opportunity to try and take multiples here and maybe get back in the game. Although I think Dunham's now I think well in control in the 7th here, 7-2 up. So unless they get at least 3 here, I think that could be game over on sheet C. Take a quick look on the online. Oh yes, I was going to put the. Let me just come off air for a second and put the link to USA Curling website on the YouTube channel for everybody. 1 second. Leave Nancy firmly in control.
Liz Collins Rock goes into the house. Unfortunate for them. I believe Dina's gonna. Kislek is calling for Dina to take it out.
Oh, no worries. Becca Woods in the house. Trying to take a look at the ice ahead of their draw this evening. Nancy's left us to go say hi. I just put the link in for the USA Curling, the official link, which has also a link to our live feed. If you're interested, of course, in coming back. We have the teams, the standings, and all useful information is going to be on the official site. So feel free to keep track there as well. We'll be doing our best to keep you updated here. If you're just tuning in, welcome. It's coming to the end of the first draw here in the 7th end on both sheets. Team Dunham up 7-2. On sheet C has just wrapped one around fully buried to get him back in control in the 7th end, having nutted one and put yellow straight in the house. I think if I'd been Team De Jong, I might have been tempted to get there first. It's sometimes a race to the forefoot, and Andy beat him there. Straight hit from Jimmy on sheet B. Nice hit. Just rolls out. Looks like Derek's cleaning house as well. I'm going to clear out that corner. He's relatively well in control.
Why not? Up by 6 points.
Yeah, 7-1, just without hammer. Don't want any risk of giving up lots here, and looking to, Lucy's sweeping hard to keep that one. And nice shot rolling wide, keeping it nice and clean.
Did we say Becca Wood is in the house?
I did, yeah. Mentioned that you'd left me to go.
Getting ready for opening ceremonies, 5:30 tonight.
I'll say hi. Please come down. Say hi. Come and support the juniors here. I think it's Lila is going to be throwing the opening rock. Is that right, Nancy?
Nope, Dan Rose.
Dan Rose is going to be throwing. Yeah, another very talented junior here. Dan Rose.
Our Olympic
Dan
player, come on.
I was thinking.
Dan Rose will be throwing. Pam Wilson's going to be holding the broom. I'll help garn it out. And then Lila and Kaden get to put it on the button.
This old Scottish fart here.
Pretty sure we already said this, but okay.
we did.
So Dan Rose will be throwing out the first rock.
Comes with playing curling. You need a goldfish memory.
Ain't that the truth?
So Dan Rose.
Oh yeah.
Of Olympic fame.
That guy.
That guy. Beard, not a junior.
No. Married, children.
Thanks, Nancy. Way to go. Way to rub it in.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for, I think.
We'll be throwing the inaugural rock here, hopefully to the button, and well engineered. Opening ceremonies. We're going to have the national anthem here out on the ice as well. And so, look forward to seeing a few friends and fellow curlers down here this evening, and anybody that wants to come and support. Please come and support your friends and family and the club, of course. Anybody that's looking for something to do and help volunteer, there's plenty to do. So, those of you local and members of Denver, get yourself down here and help out. Maybe even get you on the live commentary if you're lucky.
If anyone's looking to come out and volunteer, the Sign Up Genius is still open. I believe we still need some food for the volunteers. If you guys can look at that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been filled out yet, Nancy. I also saw there was a spot for a young budding photographer or even an experienced photographer. I think there were a couple of photography slots left. So if anybody is experienced in the art of sports photography or can even just use an iPhone, we'd welcome a bit of help. It takes a village. Nice little
Lucy.
hit there and hit and roll by Lucy. Almost thought it was going to jam there on that back.
Oh, and they're shaking hands on C.
So all of them sheet C. Yep.
Team Dunham for the win. Final score, we don't have it up yet.
Looks like Dunham took one in the. Looks like it's sitting one. Yeah, sitting one right at the back there. So an 8-2. 8-2, would that be
Agree.
right? Yeah. And it's maybe the last end on sheet B as well. Always courteous to the ice team and your other players of your. It's beyond doubt to shake early.
Especially if they steal.
Especially if they steal.
I think it'll be a handshake if they steal. Team Kislik.
Looks like this one's just not curling enough. It's going to sit in the open and allow Derek a fairly straightforward, or Lucy I should say, a fairly straightforward hit again. Yeah, slightly buried, but that shouldn't pose any significant problem at all for young Lucy Bradshaw.
Little downweight hit.
Here she comes. This positive release. Just cleaning. Always a good sign. Always a good sign.
Makes you
Little
feel good.
little bit of line sweep. And that looks like it is just past the guard. Oh my goodness, that was a little close.
That was very close.
Oh.
Red is sitting 3 at the moment.
A little close for comfort there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we got anything else on the live feed to report on. I think we've had almost 300 viewers already for this first draw. Thank you everybody for dialing in. So we just got a little over almost 50 folk still online. Thank you for listening in. Again, any questions you've got about what's going on. Thank you again for the comments on the sound quality and volume earlier on. That was very helpful. We made some minor adjustments here, so hopefully we'll be set for the rest of the weekend. Nice little shot there, just a little heavy, little bump, and again leaving Derek a pretty forward straight hit here. Leave 4, maybe sitting, to leave him sitting 4. Is he sitting 3 in the house? I can't quite see that. Yeah, no, there.
He has 3.
Yeah. It just needs to get just past nose to sit 4, and we'll, final pressure on just to close this game out in the 7th end. He's holding the broom. Not a lot of ice here. Does want to come over the top of it though, so slightly downweight hit with. It's pretty good. It's the curl just a touch to get over the top of it. Has he done that?
Looks like.
Yes, he has. Lovely shot there. Just about perfect. Almost couldn't have placed it better. And
First shot.
yeah,
Team on.
yeah.
Skip.
China's going to have to put this one welded on to. There's a little bit of a. Yeah, I think it needs to be pretty much welded to stop Derek getting the yellow out. Looking for probably a little bit of consolation. We do have a photographer on the ice,
We
actually.
do have.
So, yeah, maybe.
Who is
maybe
that?
I don't know.
Michelle Page.
It's Michelle.
Michelle Page is the photographer at
Michelle
the
Page.
moment.
Oh.
She put together all the programs. She's organized most of today.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Yep.
And thank you to all of our volunteers that have been helping out. Kitchen staff, bar staff, cleaning crew, ice crew. everybody that's been helping out ahead of event.
Of course, our fearless leader, Pam Finch.
And yeah, thank you, Pam. Looks like yeah, they've. It's interesting. I mean, I think if this had gone the full 8 end, I think Derek and the team might have been pushed up against the clock.
Agree.
Aaron just took a impromptu timeout there just to make sure they thought a little bit about this, but it looks like he's gonna.
You can't. There
Just-
goes their coach out to the ice.
Yeah, taking the timeout is Derek considers his last stone here. I honestly think that was a bit of a tactical move just to make sure they had extra time here, just in case
Agreed.
they do have to go and
Trying to look at the
an eight.
time, but I can't seem to.
I don't think
No, that's the timeout.
that's the timeout. Yeah, we can't see from here.
But we do see 2 out of the 4 members of Team Falco getting ready for the opening ceremonies. Waiting on Claire and Lance.
So a few folk from the Madison team here, Madison representation. Club's starting to fill up.
There's Derek's shot, last shot.
Yeah. Welcome everybody down for the opening ceremony. Again, it's 5:30 Mountain Time. We will not be streaming that, unless you want us to. Of course, we can. Special requests.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Derek.
I'll be out there serving the traditional shot to the piper and to Michelle Page.
Very good. Do we know who's singing the anthem this year, Nancy?
The same people that did it last year, minus Matt Culbertson.
Nice, Matt. Yeah, Matt unfortunately isn't with us this afternoon. So we usually the national anthem stalwart and technical AV expert. You had the Mickey Mouse crew this morning getting things together. So apologies again for the early volume issues.
We're going for a hit and stick here
Yes, he is. Last rock.
for 1.
Looks like it's calling a touch, but it's going to be 1 that will just
Yellow.
stick. 1 yellow. Scores 7-2 with hammer.
They're going to play it.
Really should be. I mean, candidly, I think I would be shaking at this point. Yes, they are.
Oh, there
Yes,
they
yes.
are. There they are.
I did think it was a bit of a
It looks
foregone,
secretly.
foregone conclusion. Great win there for Kislik. 7-2, Nancy?
Yes. 7-2, so one win for Kislik.
We'll be just wrapping up our broadcast here for Draw 1 in a few minutes. Opening up again for Draw 2 a little before 7 o'clock tonight, maybe a few minutes early, so please tune in. Again, a reminder, Team Workin versus Strauss on Sheet A. Irvin, the feature game on Sheet B, Irvin versus Falco. Sheet C, Johnson versus Roth. On Sheet D, Benson versus Coleman. We'll be giving you updates on all the sheets in terms of the scores periodically. Core focus will be on B with a little bit of commentary on C, just because of the way the cameras are set up here at Denver Curling Club.
And score updates for A and D.
Thank you, Nancy. Again,
Good.
saying hi and welcome from and tuning out just for a few hours from Denver Curling Club here live in Golden, Colorado. Good afternoon.